you have a tattoo? Does your spouse, maybe your parents, grandparents, friends, family, whatever? I'm sure everyone's hand's going to go up. According to a 2006 study done by the Journal of American Academy of Dermatology, 36% of Americans between the ages of 18 and 29 have tattoos, and 24% of Americans between the ages of 18 and 50 have tattoos. Even though the tattoo craze is spreading and more people are getting tattoos, it's still there's still quite a few people, businesses, and everything else that's very intolerant towards it. There are companies that have dress code or appearance policies that ban visible tattoos. The most recent that affected me was the Army. So the Army decided that if you have visible tattoos below your elbow or below your knee, that it would limit your career. You couldn't go officer or warrant officer. And I've seen countless soldiers that, even though they were great soldiers, they were both technically proficient. They were told that they can't progress their career simply because they had a tattoo on their forearm. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I think that's just downright ludicrous. So there are other people that see tattoos and still associate them with gangs, biker gangs, street gangs, what have you, or just any other type of people that are thought to operate outside the social center. All the prejudiced outlooks on tattoos and the people with them are, for the most part, unfounded and biased. Believe it or not, tattoos are in the U.S. law. It's the First Amendment, which is a qualified right. It states that everyone has the right to freedom of expression. Tattoos are constitutionally protected. During a trial in the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, Judge J. Bybee stated a form of speech does not lose First Amendment protection based on the surface that it's applied to. The fact that tattoos are a freedom of speech was also proven in Arizona Supreme Court ruling. According to ABC News, the Arizona court ruled that while they may not be everyone's cup of tea, the ideal form of professionalism, tattoos are expressive elements for both the artists and the tattoo shops that create the artwork. That means that both the tattoo shops and the people who are wearing the tattoo should be protected by that amendment. Tattoos have become therapy for some. They have become solutions for making people feel better about themselves. To many people, it's a sign of rebellion that they would proudly wear on the outside to show how they feel on the inside. I know a lot of people, they'll wear them for remembrance of maybe a friend in their family that has lost their life, just their form of respect. Many people get tattooed at low points in their lives, and it's, like I said, it's a therapeutic way to help them and also remember that they made it through that tough time and never forget the things they've gone through. They feel boxed in, jammed up, unable to force a change anywhere in their lives. So they change the one thing that they have control over, which is themselves, their body. This is one of the few times when tattooing flips its usual role. In other cases, people are taking what's inside of them, their pain or happiness, and putting it on the outside. People found this in tattooing, and because of this, it's becoming more and more accepted as more and more people are getting tattoos. Just like I said, that 2006 study that showed 34% of people between 18 and 29 tattooed. That number, I'm sure, has only gone up. I just couldn't find the statistics to match that. But, especially just even in the Army community, I'll throw a random number. I'm sure it's above 75% of people in the military have tattoos. I see them everywhere. Since the origin of civilization, there has been a history of tattoos signified by ritual and individualism across an extensive historical timeline that dates back to 12,000 BC. In ancient tattoo history, these body markings let others know the tattoo's wearer class, marital status, skill set, and family. Tattooing was prevalent in Egypt during the time of Great Pyramids. After the Egyptians, tattooing spread in art forming Greece, Arabia, China, and later Polynesia and South America. In the Mayan, Aztec, and Inca cultures, tattoos played an important role in their religious rituals. The extensive history of tattoos were popular among the Celts and Danes for displaying their family crests before the Pope actually banned the practice of tattooing. Tattoos used to be seen as marks of criminal, gang member, or degenerates, which they still, a lot of people, as I said, are very biased and still see that today. With the popularity of tattoos increasing, hopefully the ignorance of them will decrease. Tattoos are part of our history. They are needed. People use them in a way to express themselves as a kind of therapy to help them get through a rough time. Tattoos are not a form of criminality, but an artistic way to express yourself. They're not for the low life, but for anyone who has the guts to exert their own personality by putting the art onto their body. Tattoos will never go away, and they'll always be part of our culture, due to the desire of mankind to control and express oneself. So in closing, next time you're standing next to someone with tattoos, don't just assume they're criminals, because they could very well be the opposite. They could be that hero that, whether they're the firefighter that brought your kid out of the burning building, or the cop that just, arrested one of those lowlifes, or maybe they're a soldier that's, fighting for your freedom at the front line. So just, please everyone, don't judge a book by its cover.
You gonna ask